Chris, just reflecting back on the last season, I mean, it was definitely the shortest that you and all of your professional colleagues ever played at 60 games plus some playoffs. But so many guys said afterwards, this felt like the longest season I ever played. Mm-hmm. What was specifically the grind about it that a lot of us didn't see firsthand?
Well, I mean, first and foremost, I think people try to say it was a shortened season, which, yes, obviously it was. Mm-hmm. The games that truly counted was very short, but people don't quite get the grasp or understand really the aspect of having 2 spring trainings. Mm-hmm. And then not only that, kind of staying ready from spring training 1 to spring training 2, just because no one knew when we were going to start up again. So that aspect wasn't easy. It was a fine line between being ready and then kind of overdoing it. And like I said, that aspect was very challenging. And then obviously once you got into the season, mentally it was just an absolute grind. So many hoops to jump through, obviously from the health standpoint. And it felt, the 60 game season kind of felt like 162 games just from the mental standpoint of just the nonstop stuff that we had to deal with.
And I know you're an emotional guy. I love the way you pitch with a chip on your shoulder. You can just see it on your face how much you care. I love the interviews that you do after games. So I know how invested you are and were into this past 2020 season. When it came to a conclusion the way it did and just kind of the home run derby it was against the Astros, how long did it take you to put 2020 behind you, if in fact you have done that already?
No, I mean, I don't think we have. I mean, at least I haven't. I have a lot of regrets of my last game that I pitched. I think I kind of set the stage to lose that series just by the way I did pitch. And it wasn't so much about the results. It was way more of a kind of a mindset that I had for that game of, for whatever reason, I tried to get cute during that game. And it was something that I basically did not do all year long, that I just, for whatever reason, I thought they saw me one too many times and I had to do something different. And again, I went away from what I usually did, and they obviously made me pay for it. And I take a lot of blame personally on the way the series kind of turned out.
But come on, Chris, let me throw this out there too. Who could have predicted the amount of home runs hit and the way that ball was flying for both teams? I mean, it was almost laughable. How many, like every time a home run was hit, like, you got to be kidding me. And I say that even both ways from the A's side of things too.
Oh, no, I mean, listen, we know Dodger Stadium during the day, talking with, I mean, guys like, obviously we have great relationships like with Blake Trinan, and I have good relationships that I've played with personally coming up in the minor leagues with guys on the Dodgers team. Obviously we have Max Muncy that we've talked to, and every one of them said, listen, I mean, Dodger Stadium during the day is not somewhere you want to pitch. And that's, I mean, there's a lot of night games, even on getaway days for the Dodgers. And there's no hiding it that you do not want to pitch at Dodger Stadium during the day. And for whatever reason, the MLB wanted us to play only day games there during that series. But again, I think as a pitcher, knowing that the ball flies, the worst thing you can kind of do is try to get cute with it and kind of try to trick the lineup to like not hit home runs off you. And I think I fell into that trap, and unfortunately I think a lot of our other pitchers did as well.